just did a video and you couldn't hear me, so I'm trying to figure out how best to hold this thing. Well, I didn't feel like putting it in my ear. So, hey, let's see what we're going to do this morning. Afternoon. Hey, everything that the devil stole, God's giving it back to me. Hey! So, one of the things Pastor talked about today, he said, enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Hey, can't have my peace. Can't have my faith. I want everything. So, you can't have it. You can't have it. He talked about, you know how we go to these sporting events. You know how we go to these concerts and we go to all of these things and we give all this praise and all this to everybody else, but that's what God requires of us. He told us, enter his gates with thanksgiving. Go ahead, Pastor. Hey! And in his courts with praise. His courts with praise. He didn't say that basketball court. He didn't say that football court or anything else. He said his courts. Hey! His temple. Come on, y'all. So that's what he talked about. And Pastor came out of Psalms 34 today. And one of the things that he talked about today is he said, oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. How many people have tasted God and knew or tasted from God, tasted the gifts that God has given us, because we know that he said that he would not withhold any good or perfect gift. He said that he would not withhold it from us. Hey! And so because he won't withhold it for us, he said it's for those of us who ask that receive. He said it's for those of us who seek that find. It's for those of us who knock that the doors will be open. So for all of those things, he said that he will make sure that he provides and he supplies. So one of the other questions that came up is, or one of the other things that he talked about is he said we must begin to lift him up, because it's part of that time that we have to praise him. And one of the things that I love, hey, about the Spirit is that it always aligns, And as that it aligns, as I was talking, I was telling them about, he was talking today about testimony. I have the person I was telling you about in the video recently, that person I told, I just needed them to tell me one thing. God bless you, happy birthday. I just needed them to bless me to make sure that what they did was to tell their testimony. And did God not make sure that that's one of the things that Pastor talked about today? He said that's what he requires of us, is that we share our testimony. He wants to make sure that we talk about how God has rescued us. So come on now. So I done told you that that's what he requires. And you got to tell your story, because he just has done so much for you. I know he's done so much for me. And so we know that when you sought the Lord, that he answered you. And that you took it all back, that you trusted and that you believed in God. And so one of the things that I love about Pastor is he tries to stay hip. He talked about, you know, the little saying that some of the kids do sometimes, and they say that, oh, he's all that in a bag of chips. He was talking about God, and he said God is beyond a bag of chips. How many people know God is beyond a bag of chips? I know he's beyond a bag of chips and then some, because he's Jehovah Jireh. He's my provider. Hey! Yes, he is. And so I know that I'm taking everything back. I already done told you I'm declaring war. I declared war, and it is war. I'm still on this battlefield. Hey! I'm still on this battlefield for him. And so as we continue, make sure that you study this week Psalms 34. And then continue to ask and answer the question, will you believe? Will you believe? Will you believe? Have you tasted and seen that the Lord is good? Have you extolled him? He said, let me go back over here real quick, trying to balance all of this stuff. You know, I do a whole lot in this ministry. But he's called me to do it, so it's my job to make sure I do. He said, I will extol the Lord. Now, this is the NIV version, but we know that the King James Version said, I will bless the Lord at all times, and his praise will continually be in my mouth. And the NIV said, I will extol the Lord at all times, and his praise will always be on my lips. Now, y'all know I'm a praise and worshiper. So, hey, continue to have a blessed week this week. I look forward to staying in this battle. And I am so happy to be back. I love you guys. I love everything that you continue to support me through. Watch out. They over there getting their praise on. I'm jealous, so I'm going to have to get out of here. Operation Taking My Life Back, one day at a time. Baby steps are what's up. Team Healthy. Hey! Talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.